Hello and welcome to Learning English with Movies. In today's video, we will talk about the movie Watchmen. Watchmen is a 2009 superhero film based on Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons' DC Comics of the same name. Alan Moore is an acclaimed English writer known primarily for his work in comic books, some of which have been adapted into feature films. These include V for Vendetta, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and From Hell. Watchmen is a dark and dystopian deconstruction of the superhero genre set in an alternate history in 1985 at the height of the Cold War. Dystopian means an imagined world or society in which people lead wretched, dehumanized, fearful lives. A group of retired superheroes investigate the murder of one of their own before uncovering an elaborate and deadly conspiracy. The film was a modest box office success and received mixed reviews from critics and audiences. Watchmen is directed by Zack Snyder and stars an ensemble cast. Snyder is an American film director, producer, and writer. He made his feature film debut in 2004 with Dawn of the Dead, a remake of the 1978 horror film. The success of Dawn of the Dead allowed him to direct Frank Miller's 300, based on the cult graphic novel. A graphic novel is a story that is presented in a comic book format and published as a book. While 2009's Sucker Punch, an action fantasy co-written and directed by Snyder, was a box office bomb, his animated fantasy Legend of the Guardians: The Owls of Ga'Hoole was well received by critics and audiences. A bomb is a movie, play, or other event that fails badly. In 2013, he directed Man of Steel, the first Superman film in the DC Extended Universe. Its follow-ups, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice and Justice League, received mixed reviews by critics and audiences. However, a 4-hour director's cut of Justice League was later released on HBO Max to rave reviews. Rave means an extremely enthusiastic recommendation or appraisal. Snyder is currently developing a series of Netflix projects, which include his Army of the Dead films, as well as a Star Wars-inspired science fiction epic called Rebel Moon. Watchmen takes place in 1985. The Watchmen are a diverse group of masked superheroes comprising of the Comedian, Dr. Manhattan, Night Owl, Ozymandias, Rorschach, and Silk Spectre. In this parallel universe, President Richard Nixon has outlawed mass vigilantes, causing the Watchmen to disband and retire. However, the Comedian and Dr. Manhattan now work for the government. Dr. Manhattan's powers, in particular, have kept a close eye on nuclear proliferation, and he's capable of stopping any nuclear attack. To keep a close eye means to monitor someone or something closely. Meanwhile, Ozymandias has revealed himself to the world as wealthy genius Adrian Veidt, using his Ozymandias identity to better the world. Rorschach remains a vigilante, albeit one wanted by the law. Albeit means despite the stated thing or although. When Edward Blake, aka the Comedian, is murdered, Rorschach believes the perpetrator intends to kill all the Watchmen. Rorschach must persuade the Watchmen, whom he hasn't seen since their days as superheroes, to join him in his investigation. Before they suffer the same fate as the Comedian, the reassembled Watchmen uncover who killed him and why. The 2019 Watchmen TV series was created for HBO by Damon Lindelof. Lindelof is an acclaimed writer-producer behind the hit TV series Lost, as well as the feature films Prometheus and World War Z. Lindelof is rumored to be writing a new Star Wars movie for Lucasfilm, which he previously expressed interest in. While the Watchmen series is technically a sequel that takes place 34 years after the events of the comics, Lindelof intended to introduce new characters and conflicts that produce a fresh tale inside the Watchmen chronology rather than a remake. The series focuses on events surrounding a racist violence in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Because of perceived racial injustices, a white supremacist group known as the 7th Cavalry, has taken up weapons against the Tulsa Police Department, prompting officers to cover their faces with masks in order to avoid being targeted. To take up means to become interested or engage in a pursuit. Angela Abar, played by Regina King, sometimes known as Sister Knight, is an investigator who is investigating the murder of her friend and police chief, Judd Crawford, played by Don Johnson, and uncovers secrets about the events surrounding his murder. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.